into the sociological piece of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kind of be prophetic in the moment, man, and stay. When I say prophetic, just stay true to what's going on into the world today. Most people think Christians are so wrapped up in the heavens that we don't see what's going on in the world. We don't know. We're not, we're not dialed in.
Yeah.
But we are.
Uh-huh.
And how can we even speak to the issues? I remember being in community group, and some people say, man, I don't even look at the news. I'm like, man, why? I'm not saying you gotta sit there and watch it top of the hour to midnight.
Yeah.
But dog, how are you aware?
Mm.
And then secondly, how are you praying with compassion?
Yeah.
For what's going on out here in the world?
Uh-huh.
So to say that you don't know what's going on in the world is to say, you know what, my compassion level ain't where it need to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're not a Christian. I'm saying your compassion level, you don't have any, because you're not even looking. So man, let's kind of talk about this thing. April 4th, 2015. We have just witnessed the mistrial of Walter Scott.
Yeah.
There's another killing of another black man.
Yeah.
Due to a taillight stop.
Mm-hmm.
And we see video come out of Mr. Scott. He's on foot. He is fleeing from the police officer, Mr. Sledge and Officer Sledge and Slager, and he is shot 6 times or hit 5 times, and he's dead.
Yeah.
And he goes to trial. Mr. Slager goes to trial, man.
Can't get a unanimous decision.
And you can't even get a unanimous decision. These are 11 white jurors, 1 black juror.
I think
one black juror.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to hit it on this angle, man. Black Lives Matter movement. Okay. Is there worth and value to the black male species in our world today? Even seeing it with this case that's so prominent right now, that's taking over the airwaves again, amongst other Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, all of these cases, man. But right now, here it is again. Are we finding worth and value in the black male species, man? Where are we going with this thing?
Before I even address that, I want to make it clear that, and I think Brent would agree with this, we err on the side of justice.
Right.
In any case, I want to be very careful just coming to the defense of those who come from the same cultural context as us, because if they've done wrong, justice needs to be done. So I want to make that very clear. However, in this particular situation, anyone who has 2 eyes saw a man run away and get shot in the back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know in what universe that is just, and that's not murder. I don't understand it. Try to get the context of what's going on. I don't think it's justifiable in any sense that someone is running away from you.
Right. That
you shoot them. I think it's...
No, you feel scared.
You feel scared.
You fear for your life.
Shoot them 8 times, and I don't know how guns work. It may just be a rapid succession. Get hit 5 times. Kill the guy. You go to trial, and there's someone there who thinks you acted justly. I don't know how to explain that. So like I said, I just wanted to make clear that we err on the side of justice.
Right.
That's where we come from.
Right.
In this particular situation, it does not appear justice was done. Correct. So this and many other cases serve as an example that, hey, the only conclusion that we can draw is that the American judicial system does not place worth and value in a black man. Now, we can come up with the hypotheticals. If this was a white guy, if this was someone else, what would have happened? And I think we can speculate and say, that cop wouldn't have got home. I think we can speculate. But
many will.
And I think we just need to be careful of that. But I think because of what we see, the only logic that we can come to is, hey, black men in society are not valued, not simply because they get gunned down, but there seems to be no consequences for the actions of those who do the killing. And the thing that kind of scares me the most, and I don't know this for a certain, the thing that troubles me is not necessarily that the conviction that it was a mistrial, that does concern me. But like I said, I want to be coming on the side of justice. I think his name is Michael Slager. Does he have any remorse for what he's done? Even if it was, in his mind, a just killing, you still took the life of someone else.
Well, we know his prosecution didn't.
Yeah. It's like, I wonder how he feels if he's like relieved that, yes, I'm justified
in what I did.
And it's like, that's the thing that scares me the most. Maybe he is, I don't know. But just from, I think, just history, I think when these guys get off, they feel vindicated in what they did, as opposed to, even if I was in the right, I still took a father away from his kids, a husband away from his wife, that I did that, whether it was a just killing or not. It's like, I can't imagine, even, I think we were talking about it last week, even if someone came and robbed and I had to take their life, there would be some sort of ounce of just like,
I didn't want to do that.
I didn't want to do that. I had to do what I had to do, but I still took a life.
Right.
I still took a life. And even those who go to war, it's like, we can have our discussions about war, but these guys come back, they killed men.
Right.
Tens, if not hundreds of men, and what affects them? It affects them taking a life. And so that kind of troubles me the most. I wonder if there's any kind of just remorse over what they've done. But to your question, I think from the outside looking in, if you're a foreigner and you're looking in to America and you see the things that go on, your likely conclusion is that the black man doesn't have any worth because no justice seems to be done on his behalf. And like I said, that's why something in answering what gives you worth and value is so important, because what we do is we look to another human to validate
what we are,
what we already are in God. And it's like, our validation, because any man can just say, you don't have any worth and value. I can strip you of your rights. I can do this, that, and the third. Now, does that mean you don't have rights? Does that mean you don't have worth?
Right.
No. Why? Because your worth and value does not come from man. It comes from God.
Right.
And if we don't get that, we're going to continually have these battles where, like I said, I don't have a problem with Black Lives Matter and what they represent.
Right.
But the problem that I have is we're trying to solve cancer by putting a Band-Aid on it, where we think these social reforms, these social changes can, regulate the heart.
Right.
They don't.
Right.
There's got to be something deeper. What will cause another person just to hate someone else because of how they look? Right. Judging is a good thing, but we're supposed to judge someone based on their actions, not on their looks and their appearance. Right. But we judge people based on what they look and based on what we prefer, as opposed to, did this person handle me with respect? How did this person deal with me? No, we automatically assume that's a criminal right there. Right. I see him with his hood, his hat backwards. He's a criminal right there.
And you have no idea.
You don't have no idea. And that's why I kind of like, I can't really see, but you look at me, you probably wouldn't think, I got my bachelor's, master's, working towards PhD, and it like goes against the norm. Right. It goes against the norm. And I think even in our own community, black community, we have to struggle with that, where we kind of prejudge our own people.
Oh my God.
You know?
I have sometimes. Like, man, come on. What is he doing? Come on, man.
So it's like we have to be careful of it ourselves, because we have this misconception that judging is bad, when no, saying something is good is a judgment. Right. But we're not supposed to judge based off someone's appearance. We're supposed to judge based off merit. Right. That's what we judge based off, and people don't judge based off merit. We just judge based off appearance. You're black, you're a criminal. Right. That's what we assume. Yeah. And so yeah. So I don't know if I answered the question.
Yeah, man.